When I was 6 years old, my mother told me to play on the streets. So, off I went, ran with my tiny feet to meet my friends. I saw more kids on the other end, yet what I did not understand was why their hands were on each other, desperately pulling on to what seemed like a little doll. Mom told me to stay away, and so my tiny feet went on and obeyed. Years have passed and I am suddenly a freshman. A kind and smart girl teased with the words nerd and dork. Yet for that same reason, they come to me. They place stacks of papers on my desk, be done by tomorrow morning, they all said. And I have no choice but to let all these homeworks keep me company late at night, or else those vandalized words with my name would be a pretty sight. 2 days later, our grades are out. They celebrate their fine remarks, but I am confused as to why I am at the bottom of that list. Only to soon find out that their mistrustful mouths and hands have manipulated our teachers' minds. I knew this was an unjust act, yet I let it slip through because I knew I was powerless. Time has passed by and I am now a senior, a strong witness to injustice and illegality. My eyes are tainted with filth as I watch how the world gets polluted with corruption. School is supposed to teach us how to be fair and moral, yet why does corruption start to grow and flourish like flowers on our campuses? If there's one thing I've learned, it's the evil roots of corruption, the 7 deadly sins as they call it. Gluttony is the starving soul waiting for its prey, disguised as the rich who call themselves generous. Gluttony is the hungry belly, grabbing every slice of meat, every piece of fish, every canned good, every source of food until it strips the aisles empty, leaving nothing for the poor. The storms will engulf the lands and the rich will indulge itself in its gluttony, and the poor will experience nothing but misery. Sloth is the sluggish worker who puts himself at rest. They're branded with fancy police uniforms, yet their skills should be put to a test. The cops are trained to seek justice, but why do they sit still on their desks? The criminals deemed guilty are still free, yet the sloth's excuse is because of a low salary. Lust is the thirsty body, longing for another partner. It's the bare pictures threatened to be shared if one does not comply. Lust is the thirst that feeds on nudity found on leaked pages. Its victims begging for only peace, but what they get is abuse and shame. Envy is the unending jealousy of the hands that can't get enough. It's the unconscious feeling that lays hidden in the palms of partnerships who seal their dark secrets. Envy is the man who gets all the credit even if his partner's hands are vigorously red from all his works and efforts. Yet envy meets honor because he burns his partner with flaming jealousy. Pride is the mind that thinks of himself highly. It's the feeling of security in doing acts of villainy, thinking that they can get away by raining money down steel bars to magically set them free. Pride is arrogance and the self-tolerance of crime. It's mindset to think that everything it's doing is fine. Wrath is the intimidating anger that roars unobtrusively and will only stop until its rage subsides. Wrath is the extrajudicial killings camouflaged as essential agendas, attempting to make the country a better place and free from drugs, but what it's only done is add more graves and wreck more lives. And greed? Greed is the ultimate root of corruption, the unhealthy desire for more and more. It takes its name in businesses yearning treasures in stores. Greed is the deceitful smile constantly showering lies to its customers as it bathes in millions of paper bills, only to be seen by just itself. These are the 7 deadly sins, each an evil root of corruption. The world has planted these sins on its soil, and today we watch as it grows into something we cannot control. Corruption is the fire burning brightly when our sins are the spilled oil scattered across the world. Corruption is the contagious disease of a nation that cannot be cured by even the greatest doctors. But who said we needed doctors to cure it? When I was 6 years old, my mother told me to play on the streets. So off I went, ran with my tiny feet to meet my friends. I saw more kids on the other end, yet what I did not understand was why their hands were on each other, desperately pulling on to what seemed like a little doll. Mom told me to stay away, but I couldn't just watch. And so, my feet find their way towards them, and I tell them to stop.
Corruption is a contagious disease of a nation that can only be cured by the nation itself.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and you hear them crying. Can you practice what you preach? Would you turn the other cheek? For the